Hey everyone, it's Emily here from Phoenix Gateway, bringing you a reading for the week starting the 15th of October. I have to admit, I am counting down the days. I'm off to Egypt on next Friday, the 26th, and I'm just like, cannot wait. I know I've got a million things to do in between now and then, but you know, this is a trip I've been wanting to do for so long now, and it's getting closer and closer. So really, this is like saying this is the second last reading before I actually go to Egypt. While I'm actually in Egypt, I'm not sure how things will work, but I will definitely like to try and bring some live videos if I can, or I will do a couple of videos surrounding some of the amazing parts, including, of course, being in the Giza and around, surrounding by the Sphinx and the pyramids and so on. Anyway, so reading for the week. Usually coming into these readings, I have an idea of what the week is going to be like, and I'm finding it's getting harder and harder. I'm at a point myself, and I don't know if others are like it. I just want to keep going into my hole. I feel that, you know, there's so many changes that are being created right now for each and every one of us, and you know, we're just being pushed that little bit more. But at the same, as we're being pushed, we need to let go of something that we no longer need to hold on to make way for these new energies that are abound. But I found myself going gung-ho, and I've created a concept, I've created a new template and an idea of what I want to bring about, and then I get to a point and I go, now what do I do with it? And you know, I haven't written an email, I haven't done an email send out for so long, and I actually started doing it last night, and I've done it all except for what I want to talk about, why I've brought about this phenomenal template, which really has so much meaning and so much purpose. Yet I sat there dumbfounded going, okay, what am I going to write about it? And I just need to keep telling myself, you know, I'm probably one of the most impatient people you'll ever meet, and although things take so much time and I feel that patience, I've given so much patience, sometimes it's not about saying, okay, there's so much time, so now, you know, I've got to become more impatient or whatnot. What I think happens is that there is no such concept as time. So, you know, whether it takes 12 months, whether it takes 12 years, we will get to where we need to go if we keep at it, we keep striving. You know, we cross those torrential plains and climb those mountains, but we will get there, and it's about not giving up. And you know, one of the other things I'm always learning as well is it's about believing, truly believing in who we are and our soul purpose. And I actually wanted to talk about it last week, but I didn't bring it in, is that for me, numerology is massive. And for me, my higher guides, angels, whomever it may be, but the universe, the way they're giving me my messages, and have been for quite some time now, and I actually wrote about it in the Awakening Codes when I brought out that template, as well as whale medicine. But numbers are imperative because each number has a meaning behind it, and the more we see it, the more that our signs are there. And for me, two numbers that I get nearly on a constant on most days is either, well, I should say three, is one, actually four that I'm getting, but two in particular, is the 1111 and 1122. 1122 is massive for me, and I get it pretty much every day without fail, and I know it is about my soul's purpose, and it's telling me don't give up, don't give up. The other number I do get as well is 111, and another one that I get quite often is 144, and I will actually talk about, or not so much talk about it, but I want to write about it because there's so many hidden meanings behind it. And there's also, considering I'm coming up to going to Egypt, I know that there's a whole hidden meaning with it in terms of the blocks that were used to build the Cheops. So yeah, it's just also interesting. Anyway, so let's do a reading. How are you all feeling at the moment? How have these weeks been planning out for you? And I know, look, I'm no astrology buff by any means, but I know that Venus is retrograde at the moment, and I know this is also delving into, because it's in Scorpio, I know that for many too, we're being confronted again with our relationships. So whether it's the relationship of yourself, whether it's the relationship of a partner, your children, a business partner, it could be anything, but there are certain aspects of the relationships that are coming up and, you know, asking you to look into and to question and to see, you know, if there are any changes that need to be made, or where you're at and where you are going. So that doesn't help either, I'm pretty sure of it. Anyway, I'm going to pull 3 cards. So give me 1 second. So the first card to come through is the Ancient Sound Frequencies. Let's pull another one. Yeah, major for me. And let's look for one other card. Beautiful. Okay. So, Inner Child. So the 3 cards that have come through for the week. So this first one, Ancient Sound Frequencies. It is so important to be in balance, to be fine-tuned. I just love this card, and considering, you know, there's a huge resemblance there for Egypt for me. And when I actually created it, the amount of research that I did into it and cymatics was unbelievable, and the stuff that I was shot, you know, that I saw through my research was amazing. But this is all about our vibrational frequency. It's about our energy levels and the importance of keeping ourselves well balanced each and every day, because we are all dealing with so much and it can really throw us. So just keep in mind, you know, check in with yourself, see how you're going. Are you feeling balanced? Are you feeling out of sorts? You know, are you finding that you're quite stressed or anxious, dealing with situations on the home front or in business that is just causing you angst? And if it is, you know, surrender it. This is, you know, so big for me. Surrender, surrender, surrender. And sometimes I just sit there. Sometimes I yell it. I surrender. I surrender. Because you know what? Sometimes it's like, I can't keep doing it the way I'm doing. Something needs to give. I need to shift my perception. I need to shift any form of control, and I need to let it go, and I need to look at different ways in which I can tackle the situation and open up some new doorways. And you know, this is what surrender is all about. The third card is that, you know, I think I'm going to go on to, you know, going back to talking about feeling stressed, anxious, carrying a lot of angst, feeling like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. You know, we need to bring ourselves into balance. We need to surrender the crap that we're dealing with and to let it go, because, you know, we can also make the situation worse when we do that. But sometimes it is just about fully letting go of that adulting and going back into that inner child aspect, the inner child aspect of what we know of child's play. And, you know, when we think of child, we think of joy and happiness. And I talk, you know, as stereotyping for children in general, because we don't have, whoops, cars just flown away. We don't have you know, the adulting that we need to do. You know, as an adult, we are there, you know, working from a child's point of view. So sometimes it's just about letting it all go, throw it away. You know, maybe it's just about sitting there watching TV, watching something that has, you know, no real meaning that we have to use our mind. Maybe it's about colouring in, drawing, colouring in mandalas, going for a beautiful walk. I like to hug a tree. My kids think I'm absolutely bloody mad, but I love it. Hug a tree, reground yourself. If you're near the beach, you know, go for a walk on the sand. Actually go for a dip in the salt water. Just go to a pool, or just drop everything and do nothing. Go take yourself out for a coffee or a milkshake. You know, just find those few little things in life that bring you that beautiful joy. So have an amazing week this week. Take care of you. You know, look after your health, your body, your mind, body, spirit. You know, it's so important for us to function, and you know, as we look after more of ourselves, we can then help look after those around us, and we've got that little bit extra to give. So have an amazing week wherever you are in this world. See you soon. Bye.